What's up, y'all, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do something that I've been meaning to do for a while but never actually remember to do, which is to break down a collection as I get it in on camera and actually kind of talk about it a little bit, kind of what I aim to do when I buy these collections, how I build out these PSA submissions that I put on film, but from the ground up. So like what actually happens when I get a collection in, why did I buy this collection? Those sorts of things. So I've already unpackaged it. This is a collection I picked up. I spent around like 120, 100, I think 130 after shipping and fees on this collection, like right around $130 for this entire collection. Already broken it down. I haven't recased anything or put anything in card savers or anything yet. So this will just kind of be a pretty much a raw look at the collection. I have looked through it and kind of, seen it once already myself. But I guess, I'm trying to think how to do this. I think let's start with like, well, why did I buy this collection? I spent around $130. The first thing I do when I look at these collections is I kind of look at the main cards, the cards that will, get me back the bulk of my money when I buy these collections. Also, look for cards that may be gradable. Those are things that I look for. This Rayquaza EX stood out to me in the background of the collection photos when I went to buy it. You can tell this card is pretty damaged, and that's kind of a key aspect of buying collections is something like this. I'm gonna price as played when I'm buying the collection, when I'm figuring out how much to pay for the collection. So I price this as played. Unfortunately, it is very much so. It's pretty heavily played. But I priced it at $30. It's probably almost exactly what I will end up listing it as. So no big win there. I didn't get like a much better condition card than I thought, but that's a $30 card. Mint 9 Charizard V-Star. This is not a big card at all, but the nice thing is I don't have to pay to grade it. It's already graded, so I don't really need to worry about that. I just more need to worry about what would something like this sell for? Probably 15 to 20 bucks. So you got 15 to 20 bucks on that Charizard V-Star. We've got a Gem 10 Lapras V from Shining Fates. Same sort of deal. This is gonna go for a little bit more maybe. I price it at 30 bucks. It may be closer to 40. That'd be nice. But let's just say 30 bucks. So that's 30, 50, and another 30. So that's $80 right there. And that's kind of, where I was at looking at this collection. I was like, okay, I got $80 in those 3 cards. We got a whole stack of cards over here. We got some top loaders. We're already most of the way there. In the top loaders, we have a few other cards, that may be worth selling on their own. Anything $3 or more, I'm going to sell as an individual card. Most of these will be. Some of these are in that's like light played condition on that Gengar. But, I would imagine these are somewhere between $3 and $5 each. This one's probably a little bit more, maybe like closer to 20. Yeah, and this one's actually in only like, light played, light to moderate played condition. And I'm pretty sure Gengar is in that condition. You're probably looking at 15 to 20 bucks. Maybe even a little bit more, I'm not quite sure. But even if you just kind of take the minimum, that's, 3 for each of these and 15 for that, that's another, $20, $21. So we're at 100 bucks already. Now we're going to get into some cheaper stuff. This is a damaged Mew promo. Yeah, probably not even worth selling on its own. Lapras VMAX. Another couple bucks. Another couple bucks for the Arcanine VMAX. Couple bucks there. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Probably $2 or $3 for that one. Another little bit. These, I'd imagine, they're both, I would say, lightly played. Again, yeah, these are about lightly played, but little full arts from Sun and Moon of 2 of the key legendaries. I'd probably be like $5 each. So all of that stuff together, maybe another 20 bucks. So, we are now at 120 already. So that's kind of how you can kind of start realizing, okay, I'm paying a pretty reasonable price. Nice Mewtwo promo there. I actually don't have any idea what these Toys R Us promos go for. But, probably a couple bucks. So all in all, we're already at almost the price I paid for it just with this stack of cards. And now we've got all this bulk. A lot of this stuff, you know, this one, that's probably a couple $1 card. I think I actually listed one of those recently, maybe even sold it. The celebration stuff, I was kind of hoping some of this would be gradable, but, you know, we've got a little whitening there, a little whitening at the bottom, so that's a 9 at best. They're probably not gradable, but they'll sell for a couple bucks each. These Sun and Moon trainers tend to go for a little bit more even. The male trainers, not like the female trainers, but, you know, still probably like $5 to $10 each. So maybe another 20 bucks just from those few. So we're at like 140 now. Now we're going back to XY trainers. This one's pretty played, but might go for a couple bucks also, probably will. Some more celebrations. Again, was really hoping some of the celebrations would be gradable. The celebrations, even if I'm not making a bunch grading 10s on them, they do help me fill out my submissions. I'm still a pretty small seller. I'm trying to do 20 cards to PSA a month. They help, you know, get that number up faster. Unfortunately, nothing out of this collection, so that probably delays my PSA submission by a week or two, because I'll have to buy another couple collections to. I'm only about halfway through getting my October submission ready. Nice Yveltal. I don't think the Amazing Rares are worth grading at all anymore. That one does look pretty good though. And those go for, I know I've said this a bunch, a couple bucks. So these, now we're getting into things that are probably less than $3 certainly. Most likely less than $2. You know, maybe these baby shinies might be a couple bucks. They may be listed on their own, but the V cards will not be. It's just not worth it for me to list individually these ultra rare V cards. So they're going to go into a lot that I'll end up auctioning. Older XY, but oh my gosh, so beat up. So you know, that's something too that I'll put into it, probably a separate lot. I tend to try to put near mint stuff together and have all near mint, you know, Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield era cards together, which is probably what I'll do here for all of this stuff, just because they're not worth enough to sell individually. That Urshifu might be, but other than that, a couple more. The character rares tend to be, I can list those for $2 to $3 each, but these V's will not. I don't think that full art Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go is worth enough either to list individually. I'm gonna go quickly through a lot of these. Pikachu, you never know. That could be worth, the Suicune, that might be worth listing individually. Let's look at the condition on this one. Oh, actually looks really good. That's almost worth, you know, that's like 10 condition. Top to bottom centering is off though. I don't know if it'd be worth grading anyways, but cool card, probably worth an individual listing. I probably should use these videos in the future, kind of talking to myself. I should go ahead and separate things out into what I want to list individually and what's going to be bulked out. I kind of do that real time as I talk to everyone watching these videos. But for this time, I'm just literally just showing you guys the cards, you know. But even if you're looking at these and saying, well, these aren't really worth much, no, they're totally not. Oh yeah, this Pikachu, I don't know. I think that's McDonald's. I think this is a McDonald's promo. So the Pikachu McDonald's is probably like $3 to $5. I think. Not positive on that. Oh, this is from the one of the. It's gonna have a World Championship back on it. Yep. 2017. That's interesting. It's kind of cool. But they're the non-hollow. Neat. Anyways, I'm distracting myself with looking at these cards. But you know, these now we're getting down to things that are worth like a couple cents, you know. So let me see. I think we're kind of in the true bulk. Like this one's got a huge crease in it. Some older Diamond and Pearl stuff, evolutions, more Diamond and Pearl. Another one of these World Championship cards. Those are cool. I have not seen those from 2017. Some older reverse hollows. So some of this stuff, most of this stuff is bulk, right? But you know, some of this stuff stands out as something that I might list individually for $3 to $4. Well, there's a Diamond and Pearl hollow. These I think they're called Prism cards. They may go for $1 or $2. I'm not really sure. Maybe some of them more than others. Yeah, and then there's literally just energies in here, so I guess I'll put that to the side. I did notice this when I bought this collection. We got this fake Poncho Pikachu. Pretty cool. I don't even know. Like, let's see what does it feel like. It's actually got some texture. Fun little thing. You know, I'll probably give it to my son. It's a cool little Etsy card for sure. Let's see what else we got. That's a funky Ditto. I've never seen that before. That's more older reverse hollows. Even an E-Series reverse. It's got a crease in it. But reverse E-Series, I think it's a rare. Yeah. So that's probably like, even with the crease, you know, maybe if even $5 for that one. Some more reverses. So even in this bulk, there is some stuff of value. Diamond Pearl Hollow. Put these energies to the side. Yeah, we've got some WotC commons and uncommons. So a lot of this stuff, like the WotC uncommons and commons, I'm not even gonna just like, I could group them all together and just be like, here's like 10 commons and uncommons from the WotC era, or like 20 or however many there are, and sell them from this collection. I probably won't do that. What I'll do is I'll put them into a box of WotC commons and uncommons. I'll sort through those someday. You know, I just kind of accumulate them, and then eventually I'll go through them and sell them as larger lots. You know, I may even break them down by set, or I may just sell them all off as like a large, you know, bulk lot at some point. The more modern bulk hollows and stuff, those I'll stick into a separate box, I guess. But I really just don't even consider those as part of the price of the collection that I bought. But looking through that, you know, even those ultra rare Vs that I'm not going to sell individually, I'll pile those all together. Those will sell, you know, probably 75 cents each, 50 to 75 cents each for those. And then, you know, there was probably a solid 20 to 30 of those maybe that were in that range. So that's another $15 or so. There was a lot in here that were like $3 to $5 cards. So I feel very comfortable that I'll make money off this collection, even though I didn't really hit any gradable stuff, which is where I want to be when I buy these collections. I want to have that safety net of, hey, there was nothing gradable in here. I'll still probably, you know, sell everything, you know, after eBay fees and everything, maybe $150, $170. So it's essentially, it's a little bit better than break even. I'm making 30 to $50, even after shipping supplies probably. And that's good enough. That's good enough for me. You know, I'll be able to carry that profit forward into buying more collections. So that's kind of the goal, is to always be on the green side of things, even if I'd end up you know, not lucking out. Obviously, what lucking out would have looked like would have been like taking this, finding, you know, getting this in the mail and there being no scratches and just like maybe a little bit of whitening, maybe like a PSA 8 or something, and then this is selling for like $100. You know, something like that would be like, oh, I really lucked out and you know, did well on this collection, did really well. But even in the absence of that, it'll still be a positive collection. Sure, I've rambled in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of going through one with me. Let me know if you want me to do more of this kind of stuff. I probably will either way, just because, you know, it's a fun way of me documenting this journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next video.